This isn't a strength problem. I'm trying to figure out if it's even possible to get better at climbing at my age. I've been stuck at the same grades and ability levels for almost a decade. If this doesn't work, it's a harsh truth for me. It means I might need to completely rethink what the next 10 years of adventures looks like. In fact, I just turned 45 years old last week, and what you're looking at, well, this is what I have to work with. Success today is not about sending every problem I get on. I don't even really care what grades these problems are. Today is all about seeing real improvements from attempt to attempt. I love rock climbing outdoors and I love going on big adventures. But right now, it's my skills and my confidence that are holding me back. If I want to keep leveling up out there, I need to keep leveling up in here. The problem is I've been working on getting stronger and that isn't translating into me getting any better at rock climbing. I'm not on a climbing team, I don't have a coach or a mentor, and I can't get in a time machine and start learning proper movement back as a kid. So in this session, we're going to be focused on seeing if I can get better at rock climbing by using my brain instead of using my muscles. So I grabbed this camera and we headed down to my local bouldering gym here in Brantford, Ontario. I picked out a few different climbs here that I knew would challenge my current skill level. Honestly, I wasn't too sure how this session was going to go, but I told myself don't judge the session until it's over and we make the complete video that you're watching here today. So the first problem I got on was this blue problem that had very small crimpy holds. The goal here wasn't just to pull harder, but to try to move through it with efficiency and balance. The first attempt here goes pretty well, but I do a lot of extra hand matching and I have to pull really hard here to get the finish. On the second attempt, I try to really slow it down. I skip the hand matches, I get my left foot up earlier, and suddenly this finish feels way easier. That was actually a solid improvement. I didn't have to be any stronger, but that climb went down way better. Does this prove that I can still improve as a climber? Hopefully, I think it does. Let's keep trying. This next problem starts with a big dynamic move and then finishes with a tough strongman press. Dynamic movements have always been a weakness for me, so I really wanted to see how smooth I could make the start of this problem feel. I actually overshoot the move and I accidentally catch the next hole. I wasn't expecting this at all, but it was a huge confidence boost. Next, I powered through the upper move, but I know it's not the cleanest way to attack this. On the next try, everything clicks. I stick the opening move, set my hips up properly, and on the upper move, I push through it and it feels almost easy. Really crazy how different that attempt felt. Here on the third try, I tried to flow the opening moves all together, and honestly, it kind of surprised myself again. But I got ahead of myself and then I forgot my upper sequence, and I made that upper move a little bit harder than it needs to be. Still, this is good progress. My body is actually doing what my brain is telling it to do, and that feels really good on the wall. This next problem is my favorite one in the gym right now, and it's probably right at my strength limit. The first attempt is actually pretty rough. I'm so worried about this first hand movement that I completely forgot to weight my foot, and it pops. On the next try, I dial that in and I flow through the middle section. The top here is the real crux. You have to press your foot into the opposite wall and create the friction that your hands need. And instead of finding the right position, I just panic, pull hard, and pop off. After thinking about it for a second, I realized I actually need to commit my weight into that foot before I start pulling. And next attempt, it goes. Here for me, the goal is to stay calm when my strength starts to run out and my mind tells me I can't do it. Here I do it one more time just to lock in that smooth beta. That last attempt felt really good. And on this boulder, I could really feel the step-by-step improvement I was making on each attempt. Now this super steep green problem was going to be my challenge for the night. I'm actually kind of embarrassed by this first attempt. Look at this, I barely even try. Next attempt here, I give it an honest go and I actually link up a few moves. But I get stuck halfway up the wall without a plan. I fall back into my old habits. I try to just pull harder without really changing anything technically, and I get punished for it. My heel pops off and I take a hard fall. I don't know, maybe brushing all the holds will help. On this next try, I actually have a plan. I switch the heel to a toe, and that works to hold me in for the next move. But again, here on the finish, I get caught without a plan. Watching it back, I think I really need to just get my right foot higher and lean over so I can match and control this top hold. I plan on coming back and finishing this one now that I've reviewed the tape. Even though I wasn't able to send this problem, it still felt like a huge win making multiple steps of progress on a problem that I had given up on before. The last problem I picked had some really hard, challenging moves, and a couple other guys were projecting it along with me. Here on the second attempt, you can actually see me tweak my shoulder as I grab it after the attempt. That was my body telling me to back off. Honestly, this might be the proudest moment of the video. It has nothing to do with climbing, but it was about me listening to my 45-year-old body. Younger me would have just pushed through and probably been sidelined with some kind of shoulder injury. But my number one training principle this winter is don't get injured. So as that felt tweaky on the third attempt, I decided just to call it an end to the session. So this felt like a really good, productive training session. I didn't magically unlock a new grade or learn anything specific, but I did climb better and stronger with each attempt by using my mind and thinking through things and applying better technique rather than just hoping I could pull or hold on harder. That gave me the positive reinforcement I really needed to believe that I can keep getting stronger and actually make my goals of going on bigger, more exciting adventures as I get older and not seeing my best days in the past. The good news is I'm really starting to believe that I'm going to be able to get better at this, and not just a little better, but maybe a lot better. And I'm excited to take you along the journey with me. Next session, I'm going to take this same style of training, this mental side of the training, over to the lead climbing wall. Let's see if I can keep my head together when the fear starts kicking in. If you're trying to get better without having to get any younger, well, you're not alone. Thanks for being with the video. We'll catch you on the next adventure.